Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if you're not aware of this is a genuine investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you some huge news with regard to Greg McCabe and members of the MMTLP community, how apparently have just been speaking to the highest level of the government in terms of the federal government. So stay tuned for details of that. We're also going to be looking at a shipping stock which I think has a good chance of breaking out, so stay tuned for that. So before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So first headline here from Market Watch: oil futures end lower after OPEC reschedules its meeting. So oil is down. I think it's getting closer to the $100 mark, and sorry, much lower than the $100 mark. But in other news yesterday that was shared after the market close was with regard to Nvidia's Q3 earnings. So with earnings was a significant beat. Revenue was up to 206% to 18 billion, beating estimates quite significantly. Operating expenses 2.9 billion. However, in terms of the stock price, I think we did see a decline in the share price below the 500 mark. One of the reasons for this, I do believe that the run up in the price of Nvidia did include anticipated and expected earnings. And in other news with regard to naked short selling, shout out here to Whiskia, who's posted apparently Nasdaq has a special team that knows how to track illegal short sales. So why are they not assisting in us with regard to MMTLP, MMAT amongst many others? So the news here from Thailand is that there has been a special committee that is established by the Stock Exchange of Thailand designed to delve into the issue of naked short selling. So it's not just a US problem, it is a worldwide problem. We've seen what's happened in terms of the news from Korea. So we now need change in the US. Let's now have a look at details of the meeting with Greg McCabe and the MMTLP community with the federal government at a highest level. So shout out here to Don Fizz, and what I posted here earlier yesterday is special congratulations and appreciation for Don Fizz, and a quotation from the space yesterday. One of the things that Don stated was, we got through to the highest level of government and it was significant. So very powerful, very encouraging and strong words there. And what Meta News has posted here is again following on from that space call: Greg McCabe in talks with the highest level of government regarding MMTLP. Mr. Cabe, when I spoke to him, said he wants everybody in this community to have a happy Thanksgiving and to let everybody know that the NextBridge is engaged. So that is what we wanted. That's what we now have. They're fighting for you. We're fighting for you. I'm fighting for you. We're fighting for you. So we're all fighting. What I'd now like to do is share with you a snippet of that conversation, and then I'm going to share with you some key points from the space call that I also made.
Greg McCabe of NextBridge Hydrocarbons spoke to the highest level of the government today, and I was privileged to make that happen. Not only myself, but Matt Natarati, J.R. Ewing, John Berta, Jen Kapp, Kim Kapp, Kimberly. We worked as a team because we were inspired by you, every one of you in this community.
So I'd now like to share with you some of the key points that were shared in the space call yesterday with Don Fizz. And one of the things at the beginning he stated, again reinforcing what we've just talked about, is that we got through to the highest level of government. NextBridge is engaged and is fighting for us. So great point there. And in addition to that, what Don also stated here is that he had a Zoom call. The Zoom call was with one of the highest people in the federal government. So we're going to look at speculation for this shortly as well. He also stated things are looking good. He said it, and another interesting point that Don stated is that I am going to Washington probably in January. So again, look forward to that and look forward to news from that. And he also stated it was one of the happiest days of my Zoom calls. So that's positive. And they also, another positive thing and interesting thing he stated stated is they are all fighting for us. So I think he's referring here to people in the Zoom call, probably here talking about people in the government, contrary to many people who are saying they may not be on our side. So it looks like the good news is they are fighting for us. So obviously we have had a number of letters asking FINRA and the SEC for further details and explanations of the MMTLP fiasco, and that's still ongoing. And the other thing I'd like to share with you is he stated here, Greg McCabe on a Zoom call with one of the highest members of the federal government. So in terms of speculation of this, there have been a number of questions, and who was this conversation with when he talks about one of the highest members of the federal government. So first of all, there have been some direct questions. Who was it? So first of all, I think probably before this conversation took place on Zoom with Greg McCabe and the members of the MMTL community, I would assume there would have been an NDA. So Don was not sharing anything confidential, so he's not stated who the conversation was with. But as far as I'm aware, I believe it was when he stated it's the highest level. I'm not saying it's the president, but it was certainly high. So definitely not the president, but it was certainly somebody high up. So again, after that, we can only speculate. So it is positive. We are being listened to, and we are making moves. And finally, I'm going to finish off by sharing with you details of a shipping stock, which I think could potentially be ready to break out. So before we look at the shipping stock, so I'm going to remind you in terms of some news. And this news was with regard to Yemen's Houthi rebels who hijacked an Israeli-linked ship. So this was breaking news, I think, just a couple of days ago. So why is this important? First of all, I think this is going to increase the cost of insurance. This is going to increase the cost of transportation and shipping across the world. But it is also going to increase the cost of shipping, especially with any companies that have associations with Israel. So the stock that I'm going to share with you here is ticker symbol SB, also known as Safe Bulkers, and we can see here currently at time of editing it was up just in excess of 0.5%. On the week it's up close to 5%, and it has been doing well over the last few weeks. So certainly want to keep an eye out, ticker symbol SB, Safe Bulkers. And finally, if you'd like to get a copy of our daily stock alerts as well as access to the weekly watch list and join us in the challenge, details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.